Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Blue Jean. Oh, Blue Jean, I hope we have good news from you. Tell me you're doing better, please. Let me see if I can get some people who woke up and in here. So I'm sharing it, sharing it, sharing it. Okay, got it shared. Hope Wellington Marshall in the house. Andrea, hello. Auntie Jean. Yes, we are ready for some fun. It's Tuesday. It is Thankful Tuesday or Terrific Day, whichever one you prefer. And guess what? It's Cold Tuesday. So come in here and warm up a little bit. Bring your cup. Fill it up with love, with joy, with happiness, with camaraderie, seeing all your fellow peas. Yes, and yes, and yes, let's fill it up. Good morning, Montana, Iyana, Zena, our beautiful, beautiful Miss Hope. We are so glad that you are here this morning. Kathy Hand, hello, sweetie. So yeah, Florida's cold. We're not used to being cold. We don't like being cold, but we're cold, and that's okay. I'm not going to too much be I will tell you even what it is. Let's just say that I didn't want to get out from under the covers this morning. Good afternoon, Pat Moss. All right, let's go into our hearts. So, breathing in slowly, exhaling it out, relax. Do it again. Breathe it in. Fill your lungs up completely. Feel the love in your heart. And release anything else, letting it all go this morning. Another breath in. Third one always feels so good. Breathe it in. Breathe out love. Send it out there, world. This love that's in your heart. Feel a kiss. I'm breaking up a little bit. Well, don't know what to say about all that. I can see that I'm in the yellow, so you're right. The internet's misbehaving just a bit. But let's hope it straightens up. Everybody send it some good juju energy. And let's see if we can get, maybe if I move the computer, the reception will be better. And I just almost knocked my light over. Well, don't know what I can do about it. John even moved the Wi-Fi receptor over to the house, but it's still giving me some problems. Let's see, maybe I can use my hotspot. Hang on a minute. There we go. I think I'm back in the green. I turned my Wi-Fi off from my phone, so maybe that'll make a difference. All right, so what we got? Auntie Jean, thankful for coffee, central heating, and good family to warm our hearts. How beautiful. And Jean, it's probably cold there in Texas. I think the whole country is cold right now. So, yeah. It's I can tell when it's getting flaky because on Restream it shows me the signal strength, and it was yellow, and now all of a sudden it's back to green. So we're happy about that. And Deirdre, your eyes are super sensitive to light this morning. Won't be commenting much. Well, we'll know that you are here, my dear. And thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everyone. Okay. Yay. Well, let's see if we can get this done this morning. The message from the angels is called the anchor. If you haven't read it, I'm going to read it because, they've been so powerful lately. I think it's the energy to receive has revved up. So what they're having to say is really profound. All right, Serena Williams said, you have to believe in yourself when no one else does. Oh boy, do I know about this lesson. It shook me several times in this lifetime. Words can be so destructive, and having been on the receiving end of tirades and character assassination, I had my balloons of hope, motivation, and self-esteem deflated at crucial moments. The angels had to pick me up and glue me back together over and over again until I finally got the message that it was me that had to believe in me and no one else. Dear angels, thank you for being my constant companion, my teacher, and my guardians. It is rare now that I have a thought of not being worthy. You helped open my eyes to what is possible. You taught me to be fearless and have no limitations. When I talk to God now, it is not with the knocking knees of a young me who was so scared and feeling alone and vulnerable. It is the wiser me, holding my head high and bringing a heart full of love to a creator who believes in me. Dear ones, the way you see yourself is truly in your hands. You can choose whether or not to believe the words others say to you or about you. When you know yourself, nothing and no one can change your mind about who you truly are. If your faith gets shaken, we encourage you to return to your center by asking yourself who you were before anyone else tried to tell you who or what to be. You have an innate sense of your eternal being, your true essence, which is love. Honor that at all times, and you will find the freedom you're always seeking. This is where your strength comes from, this knowingness of who you are. Remember your magnificence, dear ones, especially in the times when you are being challenged. Let it be your anchor in every storm. Dear angels, today I promise to always remember who I am. I would like for all of us, including myself, because I'm making that commitment, to remember who we are. Remember our magnificence. If you want to make that commitment, say yes. Just say yes to yourself. You can type it in, a big yes, or you can just know in your heart, I'm going to remember who I am, no matter what. No matter what comes my way, what challenge, what problem, what person, our sandpaper people, as I call them. I think I need to write a little ebook about sandpaper people because I talk about them all the time. And what that means is we have people in our life who challenge us, who are constantly grinding at us, right? Anybody else have a sandpaper person or people? Because it's those people that when maybe they talk, we shrink back because their presence seems to be so big because it's what they're doing. They're boasting themselves and building themselves up as higher than or greater than, knowing more than anybody else. Those are our sandpaper people. Those are the ones that you're just, oh, I know that I'm turning into a pearl right now, but it sure doesn't feel good. And when we remember our magnificence, nobody can touch us. Nobody and no words and nothing can shake us when we know who we are. And having been that person with the shaky knees, and anytime somebody was abrasive and somebody was grinding at me, I would shrink back. I was that person. And then I realized, no, that's not me. That's not me at all. Me is magnificent. And so I have to keep that foremost in my mind to remember my divine authenticity. So if you remember your divine authenticity and you want to always remember it, it starts with a yes. It starts with saying, yes, I am, and yes, I can. And no matter what other people say or do, it won't faze you because you will have developed that emotional intelligence to deal with the sandpaper people. And I see some of you, Sally, you have a family of them. Oh, Julie, Julie, what a great, great point. Why do sandpaper people have to sometimes be family? It hurts worse. Well, before we even incarnate, before we come here to this earth plane, we have a spirit team and we work with that spirit team. We know before we come in what what we're going to go through. We don't know details, I don't believe, but we do know that we're going to have those people that are going to help us. And that's the realization that I came to that really turned me around with dealing with sandpaper people. It's like, oh, you're playing your part in my movie. And sometimes, yes, we bring them in with us as family members. And so, Julie, I think the thing to remember is that's their role. That's what we chose before we decided to come in as the beings that we are, the characters that we are. We decided what our roles were going to be. Now, there may have been times with that very same spirit being that you chose to be the sandpaper person. We change roles. And if you've ever done any work with past life regressions, you'll understand more that sometimes we're the mom, sometimes we're the daughter, sometimes we're the husband. We just switch roles so we can help each other learn and we can teach each other and learn from each other through our experiences. So they're just playing out their character role. And when we can see it like that, it takes some of the sting away. Not all of it, because that's part of the lesson, is to understand what it means to go through that and to come through that fire and be on the other side of it. I wanted to see what Auntie Jean had to say. I don't need sandpaper people. I do it to myself. I'm getting better, though, thanks to all of you. Yeah, I get you, Auntie Jean. All right, let's see what else I missed. Julie, never tried to be anyone that I am not. Yay. I love hearing that. Some people don't forget who they are when they incarnate. Some people do, especially if you're brought into a place where it's not warm and loving and inviting. You probably heard me say, and yeah, my story's being written, it's not quite there yet, But you probably heard me talk about the fact that in my childhood, there was not warm and fuzzies. There were no hugs and kisses on the boo-boos. It was just, shut up, be quiet, don't cry, don't laugh. And so I didn't come into a warm and fuzzy environment. And when that happens, um, sometimes you just seek what you know is true, which is love. You seek that, and sometimes you seek it through means that are not good, and so you get a lot of experiences where you people please and you do things that you normally wouldn't if you were remembering your magnificence. I saw a lot of you saying yes, and thank you for making that commitment to yourself, to be kind to you, to always be gentle, and especially when you encounter some of the people that are helping you understand your lessons. That's what they're doing. And it's so beautiful when you get that, when you understand, oh, this isn't about me. I mean, it is to some extent because you have that contract that they're going to help you understand. But this really is about them playing their character. So don't hate the messenger. that's what I always say. I'm not going to hate on you. I'm going to love on you because I know what you're doing. I know you, the real you that's inside of there. And you're just playing that movie part. Kathy says there are other types of sandpaper people like manipulators. Yeah, well, that's part of their character. That's what they came to be. They came to help you in a huge way. Sometimes it's those really big lessons, the harder lessons, which all lessons are the same, but we perceive them as being hard. And sometimes that's where we get the breakthroughs. Sometimes that's where something clicks and we understand, oh, I get it. This is you. This is you being your part, your role. Doesn't mean that you have to like it, and it doesn't, quote, let them off the hook, but it's understanding why it's taking place. And that's big. That's really big. Erica, good morning. And Kelly Marie Jones, good morning to you. Thank you for being here with us. And Sally said, most people grew up drawing stick figures. I grew up drawing sandpaper people. I learned a ton from them in 2023. And yuck, I am a past life regression. Oh, Kelly, welcome, honey, welcome. And we hold discussions on here. This is not a place where we give well, I'll read a couple of messages from the tiny book, but our morning show, thank you for showing up for it. We do this every day, and it's just a discussion about whatever the angels lead us to discuss. Yeah, that was a good word, Teri. Whatever they lead us to discuss, then that's what happens here. And hello, Anu. Thank you for being here. Sally said, that was mine. Sit down and shut up so parents could control fighting. I learned early what I did not want in my life. Yeah, well, mine was because my dad was always sick. He worked hard. He worked at a very hard job. And so when he came home from work, we knew to disappear. And if we were too boisterous and we made too much noise, then we always got the punishment, which was not fun. Auntie Jean, I wish I could remember my blueprint meeting before I got here. It must have been a truly interesting event. Oh, I'm sure it was, Auntie Jean, our little wise one. Yeah, you've been through a lot in your lifetime, and you are a mountaintop guru. All right, Kuan Yin wants us to know trust. This is our message for all of us today. Trust what you feel the divine is communicating to you through the happenings around you. There is divine guidance in all things if we know how to feel and look at it through the heart without silencing our intuition with logic. See, she listens. She listens every day to what we're talking about, and she knows what that angel message is even before I read it. So thank you, Kuan Yin, for helping us to understand it's all about trust. That has been my main life lesson this whole lifetime. It's all about trust. And I think for a lot of us it has been. And all of last year, that's what kept coming up. Lessons of trust. This year, it seemed to be more about balance, is what I'm looking at and finding with a lot of people. How do I find that balance in my life? So let's do a couple of pages from the tiny book of angel messages, and you choose. What page are you drawn to intuitively? And the pages only go up to 85. So let's see what comes out today, and then we'll do some prayers. If you are here, and maybe you're here for the first time, at the end of the show, we lift up prayers for whatever comes out. If it's you, if it's a family member, a friend, whatever it is, you can type it in the comments and we lift you up. Page 33. Oh, look at these master numbers coming up today. 33 and then 22. So 33 says, when the soul expansion happens and you start to feel small, look in the mirror and see your magnificence reflected back to you. Don't rush the process. Allow yourself to drink in all the wonderful manna that flows your way. I love that. Good morning, Annie7. Yeah, because sometimes we do that. Sometimes when we're going through the trials and we have those really, really hot moments where everything seems to be falling apart, it's really falling together. It really is for our soul's growth. But it feels like we're little again. It feels like we're in kindergarten, right? We're shrinking down and feeling like, ooh, I have to hide. I have to find a little cave somewhere to crawl into. So, yeah, when that happens, when you're going through it, just say thank you. Look at your lesson. Look at the hurt. Look at the maybe sadness or grief, whatever it is that's happening, and say thank you for this lesson. Thank you for the blessing that I'm receiving of soul growth. And that's the way to handle that. That will turn it all the way around from being something that you want to hide from to something that you embrace. Page 22 for our Joanne Castrillo. Not everyone will travel the roads the same way, and not every road is for everyone. Stay on yours. Others in your life don't need you to direct traffic for them. They are figuring it out also. This really shows how we're all working toward the same goal, doesn't it? We might want to tell somebody, oh, this is the road you should take, and we can tell them, but they have to figure out that that's their road. And sometimes, like a lot of people ask me for advice. You know, they want to know, am I on the right road? Am I on the right path? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Follow your heart. Follow your heart. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel in alignment with you, and you'll know if it feels like that's the place for you to be or the thing you're to be doing. Follow your heart and just listen. So many times we don't listen. So many times we're too busy complaining to spirit. Well, I'm doing everything I know to do. Why is this happening? And so we're always the ones with this going on in Spirit's ear. And sometimes I see those angels and they're like, stop. They're like, wait a minute. And so if we stop yakking and stop talking so much, we can hear the messages. We can hear what Spirit has to say to us. All right, I saw somebody else choose something. Oh, Julie, 22 is your life path number. I love that. And I hope that message resonated with you, Julie, to just love. Just love. And whenever you see somebody running around on the wrong path or running in circles, just love on them. Love on them and shine your light so they can see that path more clearly. Number 18 says Annie 7. Pat Moss, still doing my New Year resolution and following my heart. All right, I'm going to go to page 18 for our Annie. And Blue has a message for us. I remember being 7 or 8 and going to the barn to get my favorite bike. It was not there. I figured I left it someplace and grabbed another. It was summer. A few weeks later, this girl told me Timmy Wilson took my bike and it was way down in the fields on the stone wall. I asked, why did he do that? If he needed a bike, he could have just got one out of the barn. I was truly confused. It was my first mean person. These people still confuse me in the Fae today. I feel bad for them. Yeah, just realize Timmy Wilson was one of your sandpaper people. He was one from a young age that started helping you to know who you are and look at who you are. You're such a magnificent light for all of us, Blue. You're our blue ray, our blue gene that we love so dearly. And so thank you, Timmy Wilson, for helping our Blue from a young age recognize her magnificence. Page 18 for our Annie Banani, and we're going to have to go into prayers after this one. Well, we'll do genes, and then we'll go into our prayers. Page 18. As you deal with each thing that comes your way, you become stronger. It is only when you throw your arms up in defeat that you shrink down and miss the blessing. Aren't these all flowing together? They're all saying the same thing, you guys. They're all just confirming what the angels told us last night in that message. So maybe read the message again. Go onto the website and read that beautiful message they gave us last night. And for anyone who may not be familiar with it, would somebody type in the website for them, please? Angelspeakers.com. And on page 36 that our Auntie Jean picked, Jean, did you have one of these particular messages that you wanted me to read? Because there's 5 messages on this page. I think it's number 2. It's short and to the point. Staying in your own integrity is what matters most. When we have those sandpaper people, when we have the moments when we're being shaped and formed into our magnificent being that we are, staying in our integrity, not giving in to wanting to fight, wanting to resist, wanting to put that person down. That's a natural human response. But when we stay in our integrity, we're staying in love. And Jean says it's number 5, which is sometimes, dear ones, it is difficult to see your beauty that shines forth until you see it reflected in the eyes of another. This is why it's so important to show love to each other, to speak encouraging words, and to allow the beauty to unfold in this nurturing environment. And we can be that for our loved ones. We don't have to be sandpaper people. We can be that one that shows how beautiful you are and wrap our arms around you and help you to understand that we're all in this together. We're walking each other home. We're just loving each other back to our true self, our true being. And Marietta says, let's all trust the divine flow and grace. Grace. God radiates abundant, comforting energy. Beautiful. Thank you, Marietta, and thank you for being here. You are one of those that wraps us in your arms of love and shows us our magnificence. And I certainly appreciate that. All right, so Deirdre put in our prayers. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child, and support for parents of addicted children through Grace. Thank you, Deirdre. And prayers for calming energy. Yes. Erica, please pray for Millie, my rescue girl. She's very anxious. So Erica, the root chakra is where the calming takes place. So make sure you put lots of Reiki and beautiful love into her root chakra, and you'll see a difference. Sometimes if you just place your hand on the back of their body, right where the tail connects in with the body, and just put your hand there or focus Reiki energy there, it'll help. It'll dissipate that anxiety and that separation anxiety. Julie, thank you. Prayers and healing energy sent to all. So let's go into our hearts for just a moment and find that magnificent being inside of you. It's there. We all are spirit. We all are divine love. So we're going to go in with the breath. And Sally, thank you. Praying for the lost and lonely, for those who are seeking balance within their lives, and prayers for our families. Thank you. Prayers for everyone that's here today, lifting you all up with love. So breathe into your heart. Just love that magnificent being that is you. Give yourself a heart hug to yourself and say, I am a being of love and light. I choose love. I choose to know who I am. I choose to only listen to the light. It's all that's allowed here in my being. The love and the light that comes from the divine, that comes through others from the divine. I choose that. Anything else, I bless it and I release it. So bless and release. That's what we do. We can look at it, we can say, thank you for the experience, but I bless you and I release you with love. And let go. Whenever we've been blindsided or blown backwards by someone or some experience, I bless you, I thank you, and I release you. Let's do that right now. If you have something going on in your life, somewhere that there's a sandpaper person, somewhere that there's something other than love being shown, just do this little ritual of breathing into your heart, feeling your magnificence, and looking at whatever the situation is or the person and saying, thank you. I see you. I bless you and I release you with love. It's such a freeing moment to do that. When you can step back and look at the situation and allow yourself to be you in all of your magnificence. shining that light to others, being that beacon that shows others this is what we do as loving beings. We don't attack, we don't react in a manner that is abrasive or that creates even more hurt. We just love. Doesn't mean that we're doormats either. We stand confidently. We know who we are. We set boundaries. And this is how we help others. This is how we help our sandpaper people. We set boundaries. And we say, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with how you're treating me right now. I choose love and I love you. Do it all with love, allowing that flow to come through your heart and into someone else's heart that may not have connected in with their magnificent self. So it's all about the love. It's all about the flow of energy from heart to heart. And let's do that now. Let's lift up all our prayer requests, everyone who we pray for on a regular basis. Let's lift up our Hope Wellington Marshall. Let's lift up Julie Kiss, going through some physical challenges. Let's lift up our Kathleen Mamahata Bear, who just had surgery yesterday. Let's lift up our Blue Jean, our Auntie Jean, our Annie, and Grayson. All of you who are going through your challenges. Let's lift up our Sally and Tony. And I see we do have a troll in our midst, so let me get rid of that so we're not distracted by it. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Bringing in our Ricky this morning, and Josie's here. And Josie, just loving you so much. And our Stacy, with the recent loss of her mom, lifting up our Erica and her sweet fur baby that she's been entrusted to. Pat Moss, Blue Jean, anyone going through their trials, our Deirdre, praying for perfect health for you. Anyone who needs the prayers right now, let's just send love from our hearts, heart to heart. And breathe it out. Breathe out the love and breathe in the love from the divine so that you have more than plenty to give away. And let's love on our Mother Earth, praying for peace in our world, peace in our homes, peace in our hearts. Just love. And now we are at the point in our show where we just love on each other and show gratitude for each other. And I see I didn't even change the name of what we're doing here. We're not chanting. We are filling our cups with joy. And we do that through words that are so healing and loving. With gratitude and love, we send that out to each other. And I'll be playing a song from our Leo, if I can find my phone, which of course is right in front of me. And I saw you, Josie, taking a friend to get their driver's license. Beautiful. Thank you for doing that. Marlene, good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, so Deirdre's leading the pack here with our thank you, I love you. And let me go grab Leo and give him a big hug and say thank you for our beautiful song that you have written just for us. And before I play it, I just want to remind everybody this is Tuesday, so it's Peapod Day. And oh my gosh, I really hope that you all can tune in to the Peapod today at 5 o'clock Eastern. I have a wonderful guest on. I spent over an hour with him on the phone a couple of days ago, and he is dynamite. So if you want a blast today of bringing in more understanding, he's a modern day philosopher, and he is going to rock your world with the things that has been doing about peace, how he sees that we can really bring more peace into the world. So I hope you tune in today at 5 o'clock and listen to this amazing man that I just met. He is a brand new friend to me, and I love him already. So he'll be on with me today. He's from Canada, and he has some amazing, amazing things to say. All right, Leo, sing to us, baby.
It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go.
Come on, come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you wake up this morning, might as well be part of it.
Thank you for the love, everybody. Triple A.
Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the triple A. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless reviews, really not from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's make it win. Love always is the winning team. And inside the dust, there is always space in the pot. Full of love, take a spot to get a big start. Morning cup of full of joy of every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the triple A. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy of every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the triple A. Morning cup of full of joy with all the
Brookie! Hi, sweetheart. Oh, well, safe travels to you, Brooke. Accept, align, allow. And thank you, Marietta, for teaching that to us. Full of joy. Deirdre is ready for that, Leo. We have to help him at the end of the song. We don't want him to woo all by himself. Get ready. Here it comes. Here we go. Woo! Thank you, Leo, and thank you, everybody that was here. I love you so much. Auntie Jean's going to do the woo. Indeed, because that's what comes out with this song. It's just so uplifting and beautiful. And we get right into the spirit of what Leo did when he made this song for us. So many, many, many blessings to you today. I will be off with Joanne today. I'm doing aura photos all day today at her day spa. So if you happen to be in South Florida, come by and see me at Joanne's wellness studio in Plantation. And I'll be set up there to do aura photos and having a great time with people. And then at 5 o'clock, well, at 1 o'clock first, we'll do the world peace meditation. And then we'll do 5 o'clock Peapod and just loving on you all. Love you so, so very much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.